All right, YouTube, let's get ready for this because I'm going to give you the direct info really quick in today's mini webinar. Don't forget that we are leading up to our big webinar that's happening Thursday, August the 27th at 7 p.m. Right? So we keep it there for you guys. So let's get that time on the clock 15 minutes. And today we are talking about a few things to help you out, right? If you're going live and no one is taking the next step, this is probably a couple of the reasons why, right? So, today, three things we're going to talk about to help you out in that space. Number one is connection, right? Connection is, I want you to start off by making your people feel like you understand them, right? You cannot keep talking to your people in a presentation, right? Use their names, talk to them as if they're just in a room with you and everything. All right, let's get that going. Start by telling short stories that are relatable. Tell them how it was for you when you got started. Like I remember my first couple of times, I was nervous and I did not know what I was doing, but I just said I'm going to push through it. And a lot of times, and that's where that saying comes from. When people ask me, "Do you know what you're doing?" Or I've been saying like, "I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it." I just knew I was going to have fun. I didn't wasn't worried about no nerves because what was going to happen. But eventually, started getting more people and more people, right? Talk to them as if they're a person again, like and not a presentation. Let your personality show. You notice I've said that in a few more of these ones, right? So let's give you an example. If you've been going live, giving value, and you're still wondering why nobody is taking that next step, you're not alone, right? That immediately tells them, oh, they feel me. They understand what I'm saying, right? Your goal is for your viewers to think this person gets me. This person understands me. This person is someone who I want to kick it with. Kick it one time. Like the other day, one of my last lives, I think it was. I was so hungry. I never eat on camera, but I just took a couple bites of sandwich and I said, "Look, this is what it is." Um, and I used to hate drinking. I was like, "What? Me drink a? We get some water." Mm-mm. But now my mouth get parched. Guess what? My cup right here. Yep. Your tribe will find you, right? Your tribe will find you. But uh, let's go for the second one. Your credibility. Some of you may think, well, I don't have a lot of credibility. No one's going to believe me, stuff like that. Telling people your story, telling people, what you've done, it's not bragging. It's not. It's just a way for people to understand and gain your trust. If those people trusted you to hire you to do something to work in their space, then they can trust you, right? So you want to make sure that you show your credibility. Tell them companies that you work with. You think I worry about when I tell people I've worked with NBC uh, and ABC and Fox and Today Show and all that. You think I worry about whether they think, look, that's their problem. People gonna believe you or they are not. That's on them. You just need to focus on the people that actually do believe you, right? Give them relevant results that actually go to what you're talking about. Don't tell them about you doing a mission in Africa or something to save the kids if that has nothing to do with what you're teaching and stuff, right? Talk about the people you've helped. Talk about the case studies. Talk about all of those great things like that. So, for example, let's see if I got this one here ready. I'll show you. So, I talk about Katie here. All right, Katie and I we worked together. She did a pop-up event, and we got 120 leads in that 1 week, right? She generated over $1,000 in that one webinar, right? From start to finish, right? So that's just one, credibility, one win. I'm able to tell people, and I know for a fact I can do that and get them there to that point. Um, Teach something that's useful, right? A lot of times, you gotta remember technology change, things are outdated. So teach something that's useful, a strategy that they can apply right then and there. I often teach my 4 tips to getting more comfortable in speaking, and people will tell you 5 minutes. They will be like, "What? Never thought about that. That's different." How? So teach something that's strategic and that they can do right away. Even if it's right away, it could be 24 hours. Like just something that they don't have to go out and buy a DIY kit and glue and put it all together themselves. I mean, be clear, crystal clear of who you help. Don't get fancy. A lot of people want to get fancy with the words and the title and think people confused minds are not buying minds. Just be clear. That helps you with your credibility. If you're not confident and they don't think you can take them to the level that you say you can, then and especially if they don't see you there. Like, how can you teach me to be confident on camera if I'm always like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna work, etc., etc., right? So, one of the examples I love to use is I tell people, in this process, building community owners and giving them confidence inside of school, that we help them with a single event. We're going to show you how to get a single event to get new members into your community, right? And here's the first step, right? Now that tells them they don't got to think of how do I do it. What I'm gonna tell you the first step to do, and if you do it, I know it's going to work because we've done it with several of our clients and so forth. Okay. Last thing is one of the most important things, right? And this goes into our ACE framework that we always talk about: attraction, engagement. I know the E's on the end, and then conversion, right? We need to converge, but that starts with conversation. You have to learn to talk with people, not at them, right? Trust, the know, like, and trusting people. What trust comes from people getting to know you, right? You holding up your word, your end of the bottom bargain. It helps you when people start feeling like it's a broadcast. He's just talking at me, and becomes more of an interaction, right? I stop. I talk to my people. When I'm holding my webinars, I will say, "All right, we're about to go into our Q&A session. Let's stop, and I'm gonna take 2-3 minutes to answer some questions." Shows that I'm actually caring. I'm actually in there, right? You want to invite the people to answer questions in the chat, but you want to give them time. You got to remember there's a time delay, right? There's 20 seconds. Sometimes it's longer, and it feels like forever though. I hear people ask, "Oh, put it in the chat," and then they're like immediately, like, "No one's putting it in the chat." There's a time delay. Give people a second, right? Um, Call out the people's names, right? Say, "Hey, Marcus, you got a question?" "Hey, Becca, I see your hand raised. I'm gonna get to you in just 1 second," right? And then respond to the comments. I often teach in our session that we don't always directly, again, do what works for you, but we don't sporadically answer comments. We mark out a section within our webinars, right? We'll do it twice within there, right? So we're going to be going to questions now. We stop the questions, stop the webinar. We bring the questions up on the screen. People feel like they're a part of it. You have to include people into what you're doing, right? Take time for questions and be authentic with them, not just trying to rush through it. And if someone asks you a question that you don't know the answer to, don't fake it. Tell them, say, "Hey, great question. Truthfully, I don't know the answer to that, but I've got a lot of people in my circle. I know we can get the answer to you. So let me make sure I get you the correct answer before I tell you any answer," right? And then small actions. They need to walk away with a win soon. Give them something small that they can even do during the live, and or maybe right after. During our webinars, we have a 5-minute exercise that they can do, and I will tell you everyone. We haven't had one person to come and say, I didn't like that." Everyone says, "Man, that's eye opening," right? You usually hear this. I'm gonna give you a small example. This is kind of like what people do. Drop a yes in the chat if you've ever ended a live and thought, "Man, that was good," but nobody joined. Yeah, people go, "Yeah, that's me," right? It's relatable. You're talking to a problem. That's why most people are coming to learn how to get that conversion rate higher. I'm gonna show you something at the end right here in a second too that we just created today as well. If you've watched a couple of lives back, Google Flow, man, we've been rocking it. But you can see this next one here. Let's see. The goal for your viewers is to think they actually see and care about me. I'm not just another person showing up. I often tell people, if you see my webinar and you come to it on the 27th on August, you will hear me flat out tell people, "Hey, I'm not here to sell you a single thing. I am going to ask you to join our community. We'll find out a little bit more about that later." Expectations are set. I'm not here to sell you, get your money. I'm going to ask you for something though, right? No one gives anything for free. I'm giving away information for your time, for the hopes and potential of you joining our community. That's what it is. Speaking of the community, the art of going live, yeah, there it is, school community. If you have not heard about it, come join us. We're doing all of our courses and information, instant access. You can start with a free trial, no pressure, right? We're going to teach you how to host live events within 60 days, money back guaranteed if we do not do it. Like Mr. Hermosi said, I'm giving away all of the juice. I'm giving away all of the information for free. You pay us to teach you how to implement it. You can go off and run, take all the information, say, cool, I got it. Go run your webinars, go run your live events. And if you need help, come back. We pay you. I don't care, right? Our retention rate is almost like 90%. So people who come in stay. And that's just a simple way to do it, right? So that is it. If you have questions, let me do it. If you have questions, right? Send them in the DMs, send them in the chats, put them in the comments, whatever it is. Make sure you join us again Thursday, coming up this Thursday here, which would be the 13th, the 13th, at 2 p.m. Eastern time, where we're going to be going over some more details of this to get you going. If you notice, these mini webinars are short, quick. That's going to lead up to our big webinar. That's just 45 minutes. We don't do a lot of that yapping. We tell you what it is. You choose if it's something that you're interested in and you want to be a part of. All right, so now that's over. Let me show you one of the new things that we just recently created. And I'm going to show you this. This is a silhouette that I started with initially. And now take a look at the finished product that we did here. Let's see if we got it. Come on. Okay, so that is part of the finished product, but it's not all of it. Are you ready to see the rest? Take a look. Check it out. We elevate things. That's how we do it. You want to learn how to do some of that stuff, man? Let's get ready to go. We gonna do it big time, or just keep doing the same thing you've been doing, expecting the same results. I'm trying to tell you. Check the chat, my people, my friends, my bossonaires. That is who it is. Oh, let me get the new lower third too. We did a new lower third, and then I'm gonna get ready to send this off. Let me see. Is this the one? I think this is a regular one. Okay, so that's a cool one too. I like it. I like it. But we just created a whole new one. Let's see. Where did I put? Oh, here it is. Yep. Bam. All right. I'm gonna move that one up to the other one so I can find it a little bit easier. All right. I appreciate y'all for stopping in, dropping in. Let's you know, if you have any questions, let me put that there. And then also, if you are interested as well, save the date, 18th of August. We have a training in an AI community where we show people how to use some of these tactics and place into their own community. And oh, where's the last one? I did this one today too. Okay, see, I get excited about this. Y'all need to come into the community. You can be around positive-minded people doing the same thing that you're doing. So here it is. Check it out. You don't have to go home. You just can't stay here. Ooh, don't tell me that ain't smooth, man. I'm out, people. I'm out. Keep branding like a boss.
Brand like a boss. Brand like a boss.
You're still here. It's over. Go home. Oh, you're expecting a teaser for Deadpool 2. Well, we don't have that kind of money. We expecting Sam Jackson show up with an eye patch and a saucy little leather number? Go.